You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAK Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast. Episode 164.
The weird drinking thing. It's like
you put it back in.
It's like, how would it be? It would be like really slow.
Yeah, there you go.
Kind of like that.
Reverse that.
Kind of like that. And
yeah, just like that.
And then it'll look like I'm drinking.
Uh-huh. It's episode 164, right?
Yes.
164.
Yep. That's it.
Yep, that's it. We are recording this on Sunday, another Sunday special. Sunday.
Come on down and get your alcohol.
Get your alcohol.
Yeah, Sunday one. We're busy Borgs.
We're always doing too much. Boy, it's just alcohol.
And this comes out when?
Friday, April 26th.
That's right.
Is that right?
That is right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man. A busy week for both of us. So
yeah, I've had that calendar day marked for weeks.
Why is that?
My last day of didactic classes where I have a teacher teaching me in class and I take notes.
Just say it's your last day of classes.
No, it's
don't get all wordy with it.
Well, I'm saying didactic because I'm still going to be learning things whenever I'm out in the field. Poindexter.
Well, who isn't? I'm out in the field every day learning things.
No, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Just saying. It's your last day of class.
It's my last day of classes.
And then you start rotating.
Yeah, well, then I have like a week off.
And then
Then I have finals, and then I have 2 weeks off.
Oh, you have a week off, then finals.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have like not this Friday, but next Friday.
Yeah.
Is going to be my last day of school.
So when is your week off?
Well, it's like I have study days.
Oh, I see.
It's like last day of classes, the 26th, final March 3rd, and then I'm done.
May 3rd.
Yeah, right. Starts with an M, starts with MA. It's all great. And then I start my rotation May 20th, so I have like 2 weeks off.
Nice.
So 2 weeks off, then I'm in the real fucking world.
Welcome, dude. We've been waiting for you.
Welcoming me with open arms.
It's going to be like an Avengers thing.
Yep.
Because we got your brother Sean is graduating this year. We think he's done.
As far as we know.
But it's not official.
He's done next Tuesday.
Not
this upcoming Tuesday, but
so very soon.
The Tuesday after this episode, yeah.
Yeah. I like where we're throwing all these dates out. And then Spencer.
He's around.
So it'll be like the Avengers thing when you won't be fully done, but
right.
You'll be in the real fucking world.
Yeah, I'll be in the real world.
And then kind of a busy week for me. Not really. It's just office hours got moved around. We usually record on Tuesdays, and office hours is on a Tuesday. And then your boy playing in a big 3-day tournament this weekend. This is the disc golf chunk.
Whenever you said you were practicing for it, I was like, I thought that was this weekend that you were doing it. So that's why I was like, oh shit.
But I played 2 rounds today at 2 different courses, so I was gone for like 8 hours and probably played for 6 hours total.
Woof.
I am whooped. My ass is literally raw from chafing.
All across the court.
And I was dirty and gross and disgusting. You should have seen it. But yeah, big 3-day tournament starts on Friday. Should be a lot of fun. Feel pretty comfortable on these courses. Besides one of them, I'm a little. It's a little too tough.
Yeah, one of the things that you could have done.
Little amateur arms.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully I'll maybe have some good news next week. We'll see how it goes.
Good luck, man.
One of the courses that we're playing, the course we're playing Saturday is the one that I won my first tournament at.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty good at that one.
Yeah, you better not. You better just do better.
You better just do better.
Yeah. So this week, I did this past Wednesday and this upcoming Wednesday, We did a pool play for a basketball 3-on-3 basketball tournament. And holy cow, am I out of shape? But I could have told you that like, probably a while ago.
Yeah.
But just because I was like, I played like half of an 8-minute half, and I was like,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know. I used to be able to run around the entire court forever.
Right.
I was like trying to get open options, but I was like, whatever. There's just, I don't know. There's nothing like being expected to perform for some reason for me. Whenever I'm shooting a basketball, it's like I just throw everything I just practiced out the window for shooting. I just go one hand and just fucking flop it everywhere. I was wearing a Garnett jersey, so everybody was like had high expectations for me. No joke, this guy, and I understand. Like this guy who I think was on the rugby team, he asked if I was an alum.
Oh,
because I looked so old.
Yeah.
And I was trash talking him too because he was wearing Vans and a polo to play basketball, and I'm like, wow, dude, playing in Vans for basketball is crazy. He's like, come on, man, I don't play basketball. I'm like, you don't have any other sneakers though?
Yeah.
But he's like, are you an alum? And I'm like, oh, I'm a P3,
No.
so I'm technically a grad student. But
Yeah.
to like an 18 or 19-year-old, I'm old as fuck.
It's true.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
true.
looking at like the 18 and 19, being 18 or 19,
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at the P3s and be like, that's so fucking old.
I think about, just even like thinking about that. Like I'll see someone out in public or like somehow, I don't know, somehow you'll see someone who's in like, yesterday when I was playing at a course, there were people taking pictures for, I'm assuming prom.
Yeah, I think there was a prom. There's
like a late prom.
Yeah.
And I saw them and I was like they were obviously wearing nicer clothes. And I was like, those people are in high school? Like they look like children.
Yeah.
Like they look like babies. Like
Yeah.
they look so young. And I was like, when I was in high school, I felt like we looked like some 20-year-old. Like I felt like we didn't look that young. Besides like freshman year, we looked young freshman year.
Yeah, I could.
So like junior and senior
I probably
year.
could have passed off as like a 5th grader freshman year in high school.
Yeah. I definitely like looking back at pictures of freshman year, I was like, I don't even, who was that?
No
guy?
joke, there are people on TikTok that are like, oh, I wish I was in high school 2014, 2015. No joke.
Wait, people who are in high school?
Yeah,
Making
or like
videos wishing that they were in high school
no,
then?
Yeah, people who are in high school now, or like people who are in middle school now, are like, 2014, 2015 was like the greatest time to be in high school.
Why?
Because like all the cringy shit that people have nostalgia for, like silly bands and all that shit. People, not that wasn't in high school, but I'm just saying like, that cringe Tumblr shit that everybody had.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess so. That was kind of a freshman year thing for me. Not Tumblr, but like, I don't know.
Bruno
I think
Mars
I dressed a
dances.
little more
Preppy,
preppy-ish.
But
for
so
whatever reason.
that was also kind of like a really funny like moment.
Mhm.
I was like, I like literally was like, wow.
What?
My performances were like 0 for 3 from the field because I kept getting underneath the basket. I didn't know
You're
what to
keeping
do.
track of your stats.
In my head.
Yeah.
I had like 4 rebounds.
I do that too, man. We do that in disc golf.
Yeah. I had like 4 rebounds. I was getting on the glass, but I didn't realize also how small some of the people are who I watch play basketball. Small in comparison. Because I was wearing my shoes, so I'm like a couple inches taller. But I was like looking at some of them and I'm like, these people are a lot bigger on court whenever I'm sitting down.
Yeah.
And then I get on the court and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I would not be too far removed from a court.
Yeah. For some people, I feel like
There's
feel like,
one guy who is like 6'8", and I was like,
Yeah.
this is like I'm playing against LeBron. So.
Yeah, I'm always surprised at how tall they actually are.
Oh, really?
I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus, everybody is so fucking tall.
To be fair, like I was playing like some of the shorter men's players in the show.
Yeah.
But
I just don't understand how people can jump that high.
I
think about Mac McClung. He's just a little boy. He's not that tall.
No, he's not. No.
He might not even be 6 foot.
No.
That boy can jump.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even.
John could dunk.
Sean can?
Yeah, he said he's got the highest vert on the team. Swear to God.
I'll have to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
I'll have to see. I'm gonna call him out and get him to do it sometime.
He says he can, or maybe I misread it, but
We'll ask him.
yeah, I'll ask him.
We can figure that out.
But then I saw him play baseball yesterday for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
He got an AB on a senior day.
ABV.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got sunboined.
Sunboined.
And also went to Coachella again.
Yeah,
so
let's
that's
say.
also another reason.
I know you're. You're probably.
I'm absolutely bushed from going to Coachella. I slept all day today.
Well, and then you told me we're gonna definitely go for at least an hour today, but you said you can't do much longer than an hour because you gotta catch a flight.
You got to go
because otherwise you're gonna miss the headliner.
Right.
Which I don't even know how you're gonna make it in time, but I mean I know you're dedicated, so I get it.
If I miss them, then there's other performances. Yeah.
Appreciate you flying back.
Yeah,
for
no
this,
problem.
How was this weekend at Coachella? What did
It was a little bit hotter. It was kind of like a hotter weekend.
Yeah.
A lot more people this weekend. Because people, different crowds coming in and people coming in and out. But yeah, it was incredible.
See Billie Eilish
again?
Yeah.
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 I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Added that to my list of artists I've seen multiple times.
I forgot to ask you this last weekend, but did you see Deftones? They played.
I did. Yeah. And they also played Please Let Me Get What I Want by the Smiths for the first time in like 12 years.
Oh, Deftones did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool. I always forgot they have that one on their roster of songs that they played. Something I
can't tell if you're joking or not. That's real. I'm not kidding.
Really?
Yeah, they played that. Swear to God.
At Coachella?
I was there. They played it.
I know. I'm just trying to make sure that's what I'm understanding.
Yeah, they did. They played that. They said, let me
I need to
get
see a
what
video
I
of that.
want. Yeah.
I can imagine it, but it's hard to believe.
Do me to sing it again.
No, I think I got what the song was.
Okay.
But it was crazy. Did you ride the Ferris wheel?
I did this time, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't get any action. I just rode it by myself.
Yeah.
I got up to the top and I got out of my seat.
Wait, what does that mean?
You know, like how the stereotypical like 80s, 90s movie, like high school thing is to like ride the Ferris wheel and get some head or something like that.
What? Was your lawyer with you?
No.
Oh, I thought you traveled with your lawyer.
No, not normally.
Oh.
Last week was just a special exception.
It's weird because you're always passing out NDAs whenever we meet people.
Yeah. And if I have sex with anyone, I have to pass out an NDA too.
Of course.
I'm an NBA player, but also an NDA player. You know what I mean?
I'm more of an NDA player.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Just jumping ahead. This is about LA, so it relates.
Yeah.
But you mentioned the NBA. I was listening to a podcast. Shout out Dynamic Banter. It's my favorite podcast. And one of the hosts, Steve Zaragoza was talking about how he went to a movie premiere for the new Guy Ritchie movie, which sounds like an absolute trash show movie that I have no desire to go see. And it was at a special theater, and there was like another theater next door. And as they were leaving, like Steve didn't see it, but apparently LeBron was at this other theater and was like right by them. And it turns out that the whole Lakers team was doing a private screening of The Godfather. Fuck. I don't know why, but I just thought that was like funny.
Imagine trying to go watch a movie at that theater and they're like, oh, sorry, the Lakers team is actually...
Right.
Actually, we have that whole theater booked out, so you can't watch that movie. Sorry.
But another crazy thing, and this isn't the first time... Actually,
that's just going to happen to you all the time whenever you're in LA.
Right,
you're going to
you're
going to have so much time to go out and do things.
This next thing that I'm about to say might actually happen. Because he's mentioned this happened at another like movie premiere type thing. But at this one, he said his friend went to go to the bathroom at this movie theater and was like stopped by a security person at the bathroom door, just a normal public bathroom.
In a movie theater.
Yeah. And he was like, you can't go in yet. And then out comes LeBron out of the bathroom. So like they will literally have a security guard outside of a public bathroom so someone can go use it who's famous. That seems insane. It also doesn't seem legal. If you're asking me, a public bathroom. This isn't their bathroom.
But imagine getting harassed in the bathroom while you're trying to take a shit, and then they're like, "Bro, I just got a picture with LeBron after he took a shit."
Right. I mean, if it's
he didn't wash his hands.
Yeah, it would suck, but it's like I don't know. I think most people's human instinct kicks in, and it's like, "Oh shit, wait, we're in the bathroom. I probably shouldn't bother this person." Because I've thought about that too. I'm like, if I saw somebody like famous in the bathroom, what would I do? And I was like. Because like it's so funny to think about like imagine going up to a urinal taking a piss
and then Christopher Walken comes in and he's like
Christopher walks in and he's taking a piss next to you
and he's like
God, if we're gonna please I can't hear a Christopher Walken impression. You have a very nice
cock.
penis. And then you walk to and then you know it's him.
No.
You like glance over and you're like, oh shit, that's Christopher Walken. And then you
He's like, I
and
was in a
him-
famous movie recently.
I'm trying to make a point. You and him both go to the sink at the same time, and you're still like, shit, that's Christopher Walken, that's crazy. You're like, I shouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then you walk out of the door and you're like, Christopher Walken. That's
Yeah, immediately.
cause like that's what I feel like I would do. I would
because
just
it's like, oh, we're just equals. We're both pissing.
yeah, it's like, well, we're gonna be equals, and then as soon as I walk out, I'd be like, dude, I love your movies so much.
I was in Dune.
Oh God.
I was in the movie Dune.
I died in
The
Dune.
Dune.
I died on the moon.
Natalie Wood, she killed herself.
Natalie Wood.
You know Natalie Wood.
No, I don't.
All
Did she
right.
perform at Coachella?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Back to Coachella though. Any other highlights?
Trying to think if I saw anyone special. Diplo was there.
Well, he's today, so you probably just saw him today then.
Yeah.
Maybe he hasn't even performed yet. I can't remember.
Well, I know he's there.
He is.
Yeah, I know he's there. So
I know he's there too.
shoot. Trying to think of who was headlining weekend too. If I saw anyone else.
I don't know. I can't remember. Post clips.
Like, because I would always be across the festival, so I'd be like, oh, who else?
Because
is
you're
playing?
networking.
Right. I'm networking the entire time, and I'm across the festival at a networking event, and I get a clip sent to me by my guy.
Yeah.
And he sends
Your
it
lawyer.
over. Yeah, my guy, my lawyer.
Yeah.
Best buds with my lawyer. Me and him, we go way back.
Oh yeah. He's a pretty. You guys are pretty close.
Yeah, you could say that. We drive out there every night for Coachella.
I know you do.
He picks me up from the airport,
Keeps you awake.
keeps me awake.
Because you're driving for some reason, which is the weird
Yeah,
part.
he's like, yes, your car, monsieur.
He doesn't have his license. That's
No, yeah, he drove there though, but no license.
because he's got a lazy eye.
Yeah, he doesn't pass. The lazy eye. They don't want to have to. They don't want to have to perform one of those roadside assistance tests on him.
Right.
Right.
Not any more backstage merch booths that you went to?
David.
Apparently it's a big thing. I didn't know that.
I mean, I gave David my number, and he texted me. He said Blur's done, so there was that.
Oh, they're just over.
Yeah, it sounds like they're pretty done.
They're not going to Philadelphia. I know that
No,
was a big
I know that was
next
something
step.
I was thinking that they should do. I was trying to text him and tell him to do that, but he said he didn't want to do that, and they're done. So.
Oh well, I guess Philadelphia won't have Blur. That sucks.
Yeah,
I was really looking forward to that.
yeah. I mean, flying to Philadelphia is so much more expensive than Coachella. So,
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you even know the name of the airport in Philadelphia? Is there an airport there?
Probably. The Philadelphia International Airport.
The Ben Franklin Gooner Terminal.
Do you know that there's a
He took air baths where he just sat on a couch naked for hours, right?
I do that every night.
Oh, okay.
Right
Right
did you
here,
know
where I'm
that
sitting.
there is a in California,
California.
not in maybe I don't think it's in LA, but it's near LA. There's a John Wayne Airport.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that so weird? I thought that was so weird when I found that out a while ago.
There's
a long time ago.
At the John Wayne Airport, they also have like monthly.
It's in Orange County. That's where it is.
Yeah, sound complaint videos or sound complaint. Is it John Wayne?
Sound complaint. What do you?
Because they have to. There's planes that are too loud. It's like over a residential area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they like have microphones placed around to like monitor like the decibel readings. So they don't.
That wouldn't
disturbing.
surprise me because I've heard Orange County is a weird fucking
Orange
place.
County.
It's like a very right wing place in California.
Yeah.
It's like very, very right wing because all the rich idiots, old idiots live there.
I don't know, Carson. Once you're rich, you're gonna be old. You're gonna get old, and then you're gonna be a Republican too.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Trump while he's in jail.
Yeah.
I saw I got a tweet sent to my phone.
Turn
don't
on
have-
notifications.
No, actually, I have notifications off for Twitter, but I have a guy like your lawyer who sends me tweets.
Right.
He'll just send me tweets that he thinks are important. And sometimes they are, and sometimes they aren't.
You can say it's just me.
Well, yeah, you're one of them.
You have a roster of guys.
I hate to tell you this, but I know more people than just you.
Oh, fuck. Is that real?
And he actually, so you send me them on Twitter, and I ignore them. I don't. But he texted them to me.
Right.
Well, and sometimes he'll fax them to me if I have my phone on airplane mode. But this one, it was about the it was a quote from Trump where he was, getting asked about if he gets indicted on the January 6th stuff. And he said something along the lines of, oh shit, there's one coming in right now. Hold on, I'm just waiting for it to come through. Oh, okay. So it's actually just the tweet that he just sent me is a GIF of a dog.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. He could have just
Through
sent
fax?
me but it was the tweet of a GIF, which is weird because he
okay.
could have just sent me the GIF.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
And I don't ask him to send me GIFs. I said tweets. But the quote was something along the lines of like, if I get indicted for, these charges, then Joe Biden is right behind me for all of the actual fuck. Let me just read it why am I not just pulling it up?
The texts are right there.
I'm going to read the whole tweet. God damn it. Clicking on Phil Braun tweets. Leading report, which I don't know.
Real place too.
Real place for sure. Breaking. Former President Trump says if he's convicted and does not have presidential immunity from criminal prosecution for his actions on January 6th, then, quote, Joe Biden does not have it either, and he would certainly be prosecuted for his many actual crimes.
He would be so done
for the actual
crimes that he committed, not me.
God, they're so funny. That's such a funny thing.
He was falling asleep in court this week too.
Dude, he's so eepy. He gotta go to bed.
They were like, he like jolted it. Like his lawyer had to like elbow him to get him back awake.
Well, which is weird because your lawyer keeps you wide awake.
Yeah, but like in a different way.
Yeah.
I wish that his lawyer would have done what my lawyer does.
Yeah, you gotta have a better lawyer. Maybe you can.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go watch last week's episode.
Yeah, then you'll understand. This is just a catching up.
Yeah.
So far, we've talked about two things that we also talked about last week. But I didn't have quite as big of a weekend as you, Gavin. I didn't get to go to Coachella, but it's pretty much the Coachella of Southern Illinois. It was the Skyview Drive-In movie theaters Iconathon. Again, they did one last year, which is where they.
What was the one at last year?
What was the one at?
What was the one last year?
What movies?
Yeah, what was the Iconathon last year?
So they have two screens, but I've found a way to hack it to where
you're parked in between two of them.
Pretty much, yeah. I parked to where I can see both screens, so that way I can watch. Like if I don't want to watch a movie on this screen, I'll just watch on that one. Just tune the rate. They also don't have the boxes where you like with the speaker.
Put it in your car
now
for easy listening.
It's a radio station
now,
which is super nice. Super nice.
Little shortwave radio station.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen. Last year, I know it was UHF played because that changed my life. I don't know. I can't remember. I just know UHF played. Oh, The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
That's right, yeah.
And another movie.
Yep.
That I don't remember. Doesn't matter. But they did it again this year.
They've done it again.
It's also funny that they like make a big deal about it because it's like you can just show three movies.
Well, wasn't it that fucking child trafficking movie?
No.
Did
they ever show that?
Sound of Freedom? No, you said I watched back one of the clips or one of an episode where you were talking about it, and they said like they had it one weekend and nobody showed out, and they sent out a message that was like, "We're not doing this anymore."
No,
like, due to low turnout, we're not doing this week.
Yeah, it was like, because they were like
the Sound of Freedom movie.
They're like, this is the most anticipated movie of the year. Yeah. We're so excited to show it. And then, I think they did send an email where they were like, we're not showing it anymore. We had or like, due to a really low turnout, this week we'll be playing like Barbie or whatever for the 7th week in a row. But so the drive-in, Skyview and Belleville, thank you, Gavin.
You're welcome.
Is like equally the weirdest place ever and like my happy place.
Yeah.
Because I just love it. I love it because it's my goon cave because I sit in my car alone and nobody sees me. I have a blanket on.
Got my acorn going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got Covenant Eyes turned off. And it's just a weird place. And like the people who work there are weird and the guy who runs it is weird. And the people,
They're
yeah,
great
it's just
guys.
like,
They're great. They're great
yeah,
people.
they're great people. I love them. They're just like very weird and like,
They just eclectic characters, or
yeah. It's just like some characters. I wish I was desperately trying to get a video of this last time because this time he didn't do it, but
he got out.
He used
He
to,
got out
like-
in front of everybody, and
more or less he would. There's a PA system connected to the radio station, so he'll pause the movie and like make an announcement.
yeah.
And this week he didn't do it, but every time I've been, he'll like interrupt like the intermission,
climax.
or he'll interrupt like right when the movie starts, and he sounds like this. He's like, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen, so the snack bar will be closing in a few minutes. So for the next 15 minutes, everything's going to be 50% off." And then he'll like be like, "And we got popcorn, and we got hot dogs and cheeseburgers, and we got this applesauce." Like he'll read the whole list of food things, and he'll do that for like way too long.
But if you think about it, think about the level of dedication and kind of like eclecticness that you would have to run a movie theater, like,
Dude, I love
drive-in
it.
like that.
I'm not giving them any shit.
Oh,
I just
I'm
think
just
they're
saying,
really
yeah.
funny people. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that you have to, because like you got to be like dedicated. You
yeah.
got to love watching movies to do it.
You gotta be loving watching movies in your car.
Amen. And gooning while you watch them
Yeah,
too.
and making out the whole time
With myself.
with my anime waifu pillow.
With my blow up doll, which will be, that's foreshadowing something coming later.
Okay,
But
they call me Dr. Poop.
the Doctor of Poop.
Yeah,
They, yeah, exactly. And it's cool because it's like they haven't updated anything there. And it's like kind of gross, but I love it. It's like gross in a good way. Like the bathrooms are gross and like the stalls don't even really close all the way. And the snack bar is like,
that sounds like an awesome
really,
place to
yeah.
be.
Dude, but it's like, I love it. It has character. I know it's probably gross. The snack bar would probably not pass inspection for food grade, which you'd think they probably would have to, but I don't know. Maybe they can get around that. But yeah, it's just a weird, fun place, and I love it. But yeah, so they do this iconathon where they show 3 like classic, more culty type movies, not cult as in Heaven's Gate, but culty as in like
Cult classics.
yeah, cult classics. So the first movie I watched was the 1959 The Mummy, not 1999. I believe it's 59.
Oh fuck.
And it's like a Universal horror.
Yeah.
One of those classics, like
The,
Creature of the Black Lagoon.
The Dark Universe,
Yeah.
extended universe, the Dooku,
Yeah. Count Dooku is in it.
the Dark Universe, cinematic universe.
Yeah. I don't know what
Really?
you're trying to
No,
say.
that's
right
like
now. It's
the
just a
Warner
joke.
Brothers. No, it's not a joke. They like they want to bring back like and make like a cinematic universe for like the Swamp Monster, the Swamp Thing,
Oh,
and
really?
Wolfman, and
I mean, I know they want to bring it back because
Yeah.
they're coming out with a new Wolfman soon.
Yeah.
And they brought back The Invisible Man.
right.
Which was actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
I actually really liked that. But yeah, so they showed that. It's surprisingly good, but a lot of blackface.
Really?
I mean, I should say brown face, not blackface. I mean, you could argue it is still blackface. Because it was The Mummy, so there's Egyptian people.
Oh yeah, right.
Well, the only real Egyptian people, the only real brown and black people did not have speaking parts.
Well,
All the speaking parts were white guys
were-
with an accent wearing brown face.
that
There's a main
was ahead of
character
their
with
time.
brown face.
That was ahead of time to just even have people of color at all on the screen.
They were like, well, boys, we need to have a speaking part that will be an Egyptian, but none of them speak English quite like we do, so we're going to get Charles Chester here, and we're going to cover him in brown paint.
And tanning lotion.
And we think that'll be okay. How's that sound to you, boys? Well, I think that sounds like a good idea. He's a great actor.
I'll be damned if that man doesn't get on screen.
So it's like, God, it's just so crazy that they thought that was like, it's fine.
Yeah, well-
it's so crazy.
Well, Kyle Gordon put out a video last night or a couple nights ago where he was like pretending to be like an 1860s doctor.
Okay.
And he's like, well, we have to use politically correct terms. Like, and he used like the R slur and, yeah, and it's just like totally on the nose about like just how
Yeah.
they thought. They're like, well, it's of my opinion that the body is made of 3 things: hair, skin, and goo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so that was like that was definitely uncomfortable to be seeing that.
In 2024.
Yeah. And then the other thing that was like I couldn't get over was that in it they show how they explain how these ancient Egyptian burial processes happened, and that they would have a whole ceremony, which who knows how correct
Accurate that was.
how accurate any of that is. But dude, it's literally half of the movie that they're is them explaining it and showing it. And I'm like, what is going, like, it's just them being like, and then they use the embalming fluid, and then they wrap them in linen, and they're showing them doing all this. And I'm like,
this is a movie?
just show me the mummy. Yeah, it's like, I was like, what is this? This is so annoying.
I remember that happened in 1999, Brendan Fraser, The Mummy.
Yeah.
Where they were explaining the embalming process for 45 minutes.
Could you imagine them trying to do that in a movie in the past 30 years? Trying to show up a thing like that for that long? That'd be crazy.
Planet Earth? Hello?
Well, you know what you're getting into with that. But yeah, I still liked it. It was just like uncomfortable and kind of annoying at times, but it was fun, and it had some good moments. There's also one of the main guys who's like one of the main archaeologists, but there's like one main archaeologist who dies, and then his son is a really good actor, and then the dad who dies is really good, and then they have this friend who this guy was like not acting at all. Like it seemed like he did not want to be there. And I've never, like, people have like said like, oh, this actor actually didn't want to be in this movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I can't tell. But this guy was like straight up like just like talking. Like it was like he did not want to be there. And he died very early on.
Oh no, the mummy has escaped.
Yeah, like literally when he saw the mummy, he was like, and then it came up to him and started choking him out. He's like, and then he died. And it was like, all right. But he was like so uninterested.
Was the score really good or something? Like what made this movie?
Fine. It was just fun. I don't know. It's just like a fun, weird old horror movie.
Old horny movie.
Old horny movie. Also, like the mummy's tomb was like really big. And it was like, oh, this room would not be that big. There's no way it'd be that big.
I've been to the pyramids before. It's not that big.
I've seen the pyramids. And also like their camp is set up like right next to where they found this tomb, and they're like, we've been looking 6 months for this, but meanwhile they have this like camp that's been set up for a long time. It's just a lot of plot holes. Universal. And then
continuity errors out the wazoo.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which I loved. I'd like been wanting to watch it for a while, but I was like, man, this is probably just for kids, right? Like, this sounds like a baby. Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
I've never seen any Pee Wee Herman anything.
Oh, really?
I've never seen the show. I've never seen I've never seen any of it. It's my first time seeing anything to do with Pee Wee, and I was like, I love this. This is great. Have you seen it before?
I think I've seen a big chunk of it before.
Okay.
But
I loved it, dude. Yeah. It was just like, it reminded me.
It would come on like Channel 9 for some reason.
Oh, really?
Like some Saturdays. Like these.
Or maybe it was the show.
Or straight up, it would just be the show.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse.
That's probably what you've seen.
Definitely what I've seen.
I've never seen, but now I'm like, that. I think that one's more for kids.
That one's definitely more for kids.
Yeah. But it's just like, I love this genre of movie, just like UHF is, where it's like the stakes in the movie are so low and pointless, and the movie's not really based around the stakes of what's happening. It's mostly just like, there's this thing that is going to happen at the end, but like just like a bunch of stupid, weird things happen throughout that are, like, make the movie so good. And that's what I loved about it. It was just like, Pee-wee's just like, he lives in this world where like children are just accepted and like are like,
which is fucked up.
Yeah, which is fucked up. And like they're accepted, and like people love them. Like he keeps having these women that come up to him and are like in love with him, and he's always like so uninterested. And like the only time he gets like
off,
not romantic, but like gets like really close to a person is like this escaped convict who, his crime that he went to jail for is he cut the tag off of a bed that says like, do not remove this by penalty of law. So it's just like, that made me laugh so hard when he said that.
What are you in for?
What are you here for?
What
so
you get in
funny.
jail for?
And I never realized how little Paul Rubens is. He's just a little boy.
He's a really small man.
God, but what a good movie. I loved it.
was-
I also what?
I was gonna say he was a eunuch.
A eunuch? What does that mean?
Or someone that he was a castrato.
What does that mean?
They like castrated him as a child so he remained high pitched. So he never grew up.
Is that a thing?
No. I mean, it
Oh.
used to be.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
We
that.
call it eunuch. It's like the worst thing, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. It's probably a racist thing you can't say. Maybe we'll find it out. But one thing I realized is that one of Pee-wee's many laughs.
No, it is. It's a man who's been castrated, especially in the past.
Okay.
One employed to guard the women's living area in the
We
Asian
gotta
court.
bring that word back. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. We'll figure it out
He's a
later. But I
eunuch,
think it's
though.
funny. Yeah, sure. I realized that one of his laughs that he does sounds exactly like Paula Dean's laugh.
Oh, really?
His like, it's like more of his like snicker where he's like, yeah, he's like, Paula Dean laughs like that. I thought it was funny. But that was great.
You watch Paul Dean on a regular basis.
I recently saw, again, I'm talking, someone was streaming a game, and before they did that, they were watching a YouTube poop of Paula Dean.
Oh, okay, good, yeah.
Which I was fucking laughing. I gotta watch more YouTube poops again because like,
That makes
was
your
like-
brain feel like
it was-
mush after
yeah.
a pretty short period of time.
and a little bit, inebriated too helps out.
There's a lot of Scooby-Doo ones out there that are really good, too.
Oh, I gotta watch those. This one was like, welcome back to Paula Dean fucks something. Like it's like something about fucking something, and it was just her like calling fans. So she'd call him, be like, is this Jennifer? Be like, yep, bye. Then it would just like cut to her hanging up on them, or like I don't know. It was getting me really
That's good.
But yeah, Pee-wee's Big Adventure was amazing. I want to watch it again. And then the last movie was Toxic Avenger, which I've already seen.
Toxic Avenger.
It's a very cult classic horror movie, very low budget. And like it breaks like every movie law. Like it's like it says the F slur a lot.
When was this made? In the 90s or
In
something?
the 80s.
Okay.
You see boobs in it, which is fine.
Cardinal Sin.
They kill a dog.
Okay, good.
Within like minutes of it being introduced, they literally blow it. They shoot it with a shotgun,
Jesus Christ.
and you see it getting shot, and then you see it like dead on the ground later.
I gotta watch this movie.
And then and then they run over a kid. They want them. The antagonist's thing is that they get off.
It's this, right?
Yeah. They get off by running over kids in the street, and there's a graphic scene where they smush one of his heads, and then there's another graphic scene where one of them is because the two girls, the hot girls whose boobs you see, runs out to take a picture of it, and they're all excited about it, and then one of the girls is masturbating to the picture of the exploded head in the sauna later. So that's a weird movie.
It's only got it's crazy. It's only got 64% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Huh.
You can watch it for free on Tubi.
That's where I first watched it.
Oh, really?
On Tubi.
On Tubi.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
Ironic that you can see it on Tubi, but you also get boobies on there.
you get boobies on Tubi. It's just a weird. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend watching it. I don't
Is
know.
this person in the movie?
Yeah, he's like this like nerd who they obviously call the F slur, even though he's just this nerdy kid. And he also like squints a bunch, and he kind of looks like this. Oh wow, sorry. Oh.
That's good.
And then he falls into a barrel of toxic waste that these two guys are taking to a dump, but then they pull over next to the health club because one of them's like, dude, I just got all this cocaine. And they start doing cocaine in the truck. And then he falls into it, and then he turns into the Toxic Avenger. And he is like a gross good guy and kills people who are bad guys.
There's a Toxic Avenger reboot allegedly.
Well, I think there's like 5 Toxic Avenger movies, and I will probably never see any of them because I think seeing that one was enough. Also, the music in that movie is way too loud, and like there's
Blows it
music
out.
playing like a lot, and it's really loud and distracting. Yeah, it's just it's a very weird movie. It's not scary. It's kind of like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, where it's like more of an upbeat horror movie, but like with really gross, like terrible things.
Yeah.
It's
Killer
like,
Clowns was
ugh.
also not very impressive to me. It was the shortest
love
movie
it.
I've ever watched.
I love that movie.
I felt like
so
that.
much,
I feel like
though.
it was like 45 minutes. It's like so short.
It is really well. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like clowns that come to space and they don't talk,
Yeah.
and they put people in cotton candy
Yeah.
cocoons.
And that's it. That's
And then they blow it
essentially-
up.
And that's essentially the movie.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the plot. Love it though. It's another movie that's just like
Goofy.
this is so
Stupid,
stupid,
yeah.
and I love it. But yeah, that was a weird movie.
You can't make that movie nowadays.
No, you can't. You can't anymore.
No, everything's turned woke.
After Biden goes to jail, though, we'll probably be able.
We'll
to
have a
make him
woke
again.
We'll have an anti-woke parade.
I think we should. God, that's probably a thing. I hate that you put that idea in my head because somebody's done it.
Once Biden is ejected from the White Office,
Yeah.
we'll hold a white parade. I'm sorry, anti-woke parade.
No, we'll hold the white
We'll
parade.
hold a white parade.
Once we get him thrown out of the White Office. White Office
Why
down.
do they call it the White House if there's a black person in it?
God, that's definitely
No,
some shit I heard people say
That is
when
people
Obama
say.
was
I heard
president.
that at my family dinner, so I know.
I think I probably did too, because that's probably a joke.
I also
like,
heard that Obama was Hitler, so
at
at a family event.
I won't dig into it anymore. But
Yeah, we can talk about that.
I would love to know more about
We
that.
actually just had a dinner and they just brought that up.
I've probably heard crazier shit than you, to be completely honest.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
But I don't remember half
they were just
of it.
bold with it.
Yeah. Well, I heard. Yeah. I won't get into detail.
No, I heard that for yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
Some words that are
Some choice words.
used very loosely.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that was great. Love it.
That's
Love the drive-in.
already most of the episode. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well. I mean, I didn't even announce it, but we'll just save the next door drama. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Because these two other things we're gonna get to are way more important. I guess the next thing is pretty unimportant. Why don't we dive into that, Gavin? What pointless article did you find?
Yeah.
for
So
us to
this
talk
week,
about?
this week I found a absolutely pointless article. No reason this should have ever been published.
Right.
Sorry for the author of this article, but this is literally the worst article I've ever read in my entire life. Sorry, Joey.
Joey Schneider.
Yeah, sorry, Joey.
That's definitely like an intern name. That was definitely someone who was born in 2003.
This is from Fox 2, our local news channel here. We have like 3 local news channels here. 2, 4, and 5.
Yeah, 2, 4, and 5. What
and then
happened
9, 11, KPLR.
What happened to 1? Like, why didn't they do 1 or
1 was like the...
Fox 1? I guess it doesn't sound as good.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know. Anyways.
But they said it's not always easy for restaurants and retailers to stand the test of time. The St. Louis region has had so many that have built cherished memories over the years but are no longer with us. After looking back at restaurants missed most around St. Louis, Fox wanted to take it a step further. Gone but not forgotten are many brands and businesses that once shaped St. Louis culture. Last week, Fox 2 turned to Facebook to ask viewers, what is a brand or chain that is no longer in the St. Louis area that you miss? More than 1,000 comments later, these were among the most popular replies. Restaurants and retailers included ...
So you brought this up to me as like this is just like a shit post.
Yeah, it's literally just a
thing,
shit
like,
post article.
Like what happens on Nextdoor where people just repeat the same thing and comment garbage, but they want it to happen. They're encouraging.
They're encouraging people just to comment nothing.
So Gavin wanted to some local news stuff that maybe
Some of these I
jog our
recognize.
memories. So
Yeah.
Gavin wanted to read a few, and then I guess maybe we'll share some of ours.
Yeah.
To add into this pointless nonsense.
Yeah. Well, to start off, we have Sticks Bear and Fuller and Famous Bar.
Is that
That's
one
real.
place, or-
I don't know.
Where is that one at?
The first comment, the very first one.
Sticks, Bear, and Fuller and Famous Bar.
Sure.
I think Famous Bar was a store.
Borders was not like a local St. Louis store, was it?
I don't think so.
No, I don't
thought
think
they
it
were
was
still
either.
around.
Grandpa Pigeons. Del
That doesn't sound
Taco.
real. That's
Gossip.
crazy to me that we had a Del Taco, because Del Taco I thought was only a West Coast thing.
I didn't know that we ever had a Del Taco.
Do you know what Del Taco is?
Not really.
Get the fuck out of here. I've never had it before.
I've never been to West Coast.
I've never been to West Coast. It's a fast, it's like a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But the one thing, why did I just turn my Bluetooth on? Why am I hitting every button that I don't want to? The one thing that is like good that they have is they have French fries. And most fast food taco places don't have it.
Dude, you gotta check out the Del Taco fries, man.
You gotta go to the Del Taco on Sepulveda Boulevard.
Casa Gallardo, says Amanda. Another vote for Casa Gallardo. Someone seriously needs to bring it back, says Jenny.
So they have another. Why would they?
I
include that in the article.
Yep.
Damn, this article almost got me. I was kind of getting into it.
Cassidy's Pizza, best fruit pizza I ever had, says Laura. Shop and save.
Fruit pizza at a pizza restaurant? I guess it had to have been like a pizza buffet.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to a pizza buffet, like a Pizza Hut
Street
buffet? Pizza Street. I went there like less than 5 years ago.
Really? Wow.
Or no, CC's. Sorry, CC's.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Pizza Street.
There's one that's like out west, I think, a little bit.
Pizza Street is like CC's is a chain, right?
Yeah, CC's is a chain.
It's just a pizza buffet. I went there like in the last 5 years, and I was like, "This is disgusting," but I love it.
They have Pizza Street deals for years in elementary and middle school. That shit
Oh,
was
yeah.
terrible.
You know what else they had?
You know what was bad? Whenever I was a kid, I didn't really want to eat there. Like the ice cream was bad, and like the ice cream was watery, and it was like a Golden Corral ice cream. It was
Gavin,
shit.
you're too privileged growing up as a skinny boy because us fat boys.
We weren't allowed to have ice cream. We weren't even allowed to watch SpongeBob.
When we found out that we were going to a buffet, oh man, it was like Christmas morning, dude. I get to eat whatever I want at a buffet, dude. I don't even care how bad. That's why I'm like, when I went to CC's like 3 or 4 years ago, I was like, this pizza sucks, but I can eat as much of it as I want. I don't give a shit. I'll keep eating it.
All you can eat for $20.
What I was gonna say though is, you know what? Another like school sponsor or that would sponsor our schools a lot. That is disgusting is Pasta House. That's not a chain, I don't think.
No, I don't even think they mentioned that in here, which is
it's
crazy.
Still around.
No joke. There's some other repeat ones in here.
But I just wanted to say, Pasta House is like I kind of like it's an equivalent to like Fazoli's, which I believe is a chain.
Yeah.
But I think it's worse, dude. Pasta House is disgusting.
We used to eat at Pasta House a lot.
You know it's bad whenever they have a buy one get one free on a whole pasta dish thing or something, or no, it was like endless.
Yeah,
you could just keep getting pasta. And I went there once with some people I was close to, and I'm not going to call them out. And I like got to this. I got a second thing of pasta. And I was like,
still exists. Pasta House still around.
Yeah.
Is that the? There used to be one over by the Costco over here. What was the name of that one? Was that that wasn't Pasta House? It was like something else.
I don't know.
It had like someone running, and it had like a. It was like a ravioli running. I don't even remember what it was.
I have no idea.
Fuck. Oh, whatever.
I don't know. What were you saying though?
There's some more repeats ones in here. Circuit City. That's pretty sure that was like a huge chain.
Why is Circuit City something you're like, man, I wish that was still around?
Or Sears.
Like, what about, dude, I would so go on this post and be like, Radio Shack. Like, why the fuck? Who can't just go to fucking anywhere and buy it? It does. Yeah. There's nothing at Radio Shack that I can't get anymore. And same with Circuit City. Circuit City is like a Radio Shack, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was like a Best Buy.
So why the...
Yeah, there was like a Circuit City right by Best Buy. It's
gotta be a joke, or they're just naming things that aren't around anymore.
No, yeah, that's what they're doing. Venture. I went there a lot as a kid with my parents, says Justin. Grandpa Pigeons. Sears Merry-Go-Round 579, says Jenny.
Next one.
Grandpa Pigeons. Ground Round. Buster Murphy's. Krieger's. Oh, I remember Krieger's.
I don't. Grandpa Pigeons that's the third Grandpa Pigeons you've gotten.
Yeah. Ben Franklin. Five a Dime Store, says Jacob. Zantigo, says Susan. Noggles.
I don't think you could say that.
Noggles, great after bar place to go. Noggle burgers were the best.
Noggle burgers?
Wow, you cannot say that.
I'm afraid to even say it myself. Quiznos, that's when I...
Kroger grocery store. Boy, that was a St. Louis classic.
Yeah, it wasn't, but we also have a Rulers nearby, which is Kroger.
I grew up with one there being, wow.
No way. Does it have misspelled stuff?
And the wrong there.
Wait, where is that one at?
Kroger grocery store. I grew up with there with the wrong there, like they're possessive, being one in Arnold before it became a national, says Kimberly.
Why wouldn't they fix that?
They should have put like sick. Like, they commented
exactly. Just like, or something.
Old
Good
country,
God.
Old Country Buffet. Do you remember that? I remember going.
I think I went to it
because
because
a lot.
I get my
Spaghetti Factory. Do you guys remember Spaghetti Factory?
I do. I get my love of buffets from my grandpa, rest in peace, who was a big boy.
Yeah.
He I've mentioned this before on the
Yeah.
podcast, I'm pretty sure, but
Yeah.
he had a heart attack in a shop and save and died.
That's right. Yeah.
So
Doing what he loved, looking at food.
I mean, I don't think anybody would disagree with that at all. He was. I used to have whenever he passed away, and I loved my grandpa, of course. Yeah. Whenever he passed away, I think I told my friends that he died looking at the price of butter, seeing that it was on sale.
Yeah, you definitely said
Which
that.
felt fucked up, but I was like, I gotta make some fun of it. I don't know.
Johnny Mac Sporting Goods. I went there a lot.
I remember that.
Another one that came up on here is Tumble Drum. Tumble Drum came up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that place.
There was actually this crazy story that happened while I was there. This one kid. This one kid. You know, like how they had like the ropes that were like a spider web. It was like it was like a box up in the sky. They had like these tunnels up in the sky. And there was this kid who got disemboweled there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there was like a big spider that lived up in the corner. And
there was an actual spider.
Yeah, there was like a big actually.
I guess like how did the ropes get there?
Yeah, exactly.
Spider, big spider,
spider,
big giant spider.
His name was the spider's name was Rogue One.
Okay.
Not named out. This was way before the movie, but but it was the Rogue One because they had the whole thing was themed around spider.
It was the Rogue One.
Yeah.
And he was rogue.
Yeah,
he was a rogue spider.
Yeah, it was a rogue spider, and this kid went through one side and he crawled across the ropes that you would jump across and they were vertical ropes, and then you got to this big like box of webs.
Of course.
In the big box of webs, this kid's arm got stuck and it like fell off.
Oh,
and the spider smelled his blood in the web and ate him.
It's feeding time.
It just ate him. Yeah.
Were you there when this happened?
Yeah, I was there. I watched it happen, and then
everybody was just kind of like whatever.
Yeah, they were like, "Well, that's why you don't go in the Rogue One's web."
That's true.
Yeah,
you got to stay. I always was told that you got to stay away from Rogue One.
And also, we used to lick the balls in the ball pit and see how many diseases we could possibly get.
It was like a chicken pox party.
Yeah, it was like a leprosy party where we would see how many limbs we could lose in a week.
Yeah, yeah. It's just jogging my memory.
Like my ears are prosthetic because of that.
Huh. I guess I never. You know, I've known you for a while, and it's just I usually would notice those kinds of things, but I never noticed that about you.
Yeah, they're like totally not Uncanny Valley. They're like they actually grew these in a lab off of the back of a rat.
The back of a rat. Wow, that's crazy.
You can look it up. There's pictures of my ears on the internet.
Wow, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, but the Rogue One.
I've got some time later.
The Rogue One at Tumble Drum was a big fear of mine as a kid. So, and then I also remember shitting my pants and then sliding down a slide while I was doing that. That was a lot of fun. That was
fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun as a kid. Yep, that happened while I was there. My dad. My dad had to get up there. Like they made my dad like
he had to climb up there.
He had to clean it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Watch out for Rogue One," and he was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
I don't know what you're talking about.
They didn't warn. They don't warn the parents about the spiders.
Yeah, no, they don't. They have like a big like do not enter. Like you cannot get to the other side. You have to go around. Sign. And after that kid got disemboweled there, but
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You just got to stay away from it. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's kind of jogging my memory about places that I used to go to as a kid that aren't really around anymore. There was this place where all of it was set up like it was kind of like the restaurant was set up like your grandma's house. Like it was like an old person's it was actually set up like an old person's home. And we would go, it was like it was set up like how you would imagine an old person's home.
Yeah.
And we would go there every weekend with my grandparents who weren't in an old person's home. and we'd play bingo there with them. But it was a restaurant.
Yeah.
But it was only old people, which I thought was weird too. But it looked like an old person's home, but it wasn't. It was just like, but it was just a restaurant.
But was it like a slow introduction into like maybe a nursing home lifestyle?
No, it wasn't a nursing home. It just looked like a nursing home.
Okay.
But we would play bingo, and then it was all. I think it was also like a hotel because a lot of the people would go. They would be like, "Oh, we're gonna go back to our rooms."
Really?
These old people would come up to my grandparents and be like, "We're gonna go back to our rooms. We gotta take our medicine or whatever."
Yeah. Did they have like milkshake bars or anything like that, or?
I don't know. We would just go there for bingo.
Oh, okay.
It was just bingo. And
you wouldn't eat anything?
Pizza. No, we'd have pizza.
Oh, okay.
We'd have pizza, and that was weird too because I think they were in like boxes. So it was like, why would they box their own pizzas if it's the restaurant?
Right.
Huh. Yeah, and there's also another one I was just thinking about where like all of the chairs that we were sitting were like lazy boy recliners.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was like,
but the tables were like really high.
Well, yeah, there was normal tables, and you would think that would be this is gonna be fun and be comfortable. You'd have to like do one of these maneuvers to get to the table,
right? Because it was so high,
and they were bolted to the grounds too, so you couldn't like scoot up in them at all. I forgot what that place is called. I don't know. Can't remember the name of the place.
You were also talking about this place earlier where you would sit next to these fish tanks, and you would stick your hand in there, and you'd get in and grab the fish that you wanted to eat.
Well, exactly.
And then you'd pull it out, and then you'd show the waiter, and he'd grab it out of your hand, and he'd cook it on the table for you. He'd light the table on fire.
You could,
and then he would cook it.
It was a hibachi.
Yeah,
it was like a hibachi, but there was no grill. It was just a wood table.
Yeah, they went through wood table like crazy.
Yeah, you could either do the hand thing they would have like a smaller tank, or you could spear. You could also spear fish.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or you could just regular fish, and there was guys who would be there like all day trying to fish to get their food, and they weren't able to eat.
You teach a fan to mish one day. You teach a man you teach a fish to man every day.
You teach a fish to fuck, and they'll drink for a week.
Yep, he'll eat for a lifetime.
That's what my grandpa always said.
Teach a fish to man, and he'll eat once for a lifetime.
That was the last thing he told me.
Really?
He was like, if you teach a fish to fuck, they'll drink for a year.
Wow.
And I was like,
it's illegal in some states.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But anyways, anything else from this article or any other memories?
Cicero's.
Aren't they still around too?
The gramophone is still around.
Oh God.
This guy just doesn't go to St. Louis anymore. That's what that means.
Bed Bath and Beyond. Blockbuster. That's original.
Stuart Anderson's Cattle Company.
Oh, I missed that place.
Oh, I thought this said Payless Ryan's. Grandpa Pigeons again. Ponderosa Steakhouse. Kmart.
Genghis Grill sounds familiar for some reason.
Pizza Inn. St. Louis Steamers.
I had one of those once.
Noggles. Bean House.
I don't like that word.
Pagliacci's.
That sounds familiar too.
That sounds really familiar to me. Nelson's Landing.
Oh yeah, so someone mentioned Noah's Ark.
Yeah, Noah's Ark and Flaming Pit.
I need people to understand that this is real life that I'm about to say right now. There was a restaurant called Noah's Ark, and the whole restaurant was shaped like an Noah's Ark.
Yeah, and it had big statues. These big statues of animals outside of it.
Giraffes,
elephants. And we drove past it every day in middle school for my little special needs bus. It's a true story.
It's true. That's not even a joke.
Not even a bit.
I don't remember it. People will talk about it.
I don't think it was not open while we were around. It closed very early while we were but
anything. It was there.
It was there. It was sat dormant for like 20 years. 10 years.
They got a chicken in a pickle there. You can go play pickleball and eat your chicken.
I think exactly the spot where it stands is there's literally a stop sign now.
Sick.
Yeah.
Nothing else. It was just it was that small.
Yeah.
That was the size of a stop sign.
It was but I mean like the crossroads where the AMC is. That's like exactly
it also
where
had
it
a
was.
hotel.
Yeah. Craziest
Noah's Ark Hotel.
Craziest shit I've ever seen.
Like imagine being like, we're gonna go up to St. Louis and then go over to St. Charles and stay at the Noah's Ark Hotel.
Some of those animals still exist.
The real ones.
The statues.
Well, Gavin, if you know the story, he put two of them on there so they could reproduce after the flood happened, and that's why we still have animals.
Oh shit!
Crazy story, man.
But the statues of the animals are in Newtown.
Yeah, that was the rumor I've heard.
I've never
seen those either.
Really? They're in the back of Newtown. You got to go in deep.
Newtown, actually, for people who don't live here and know anything what we're talking about right now.
It's the swingers club.
It's the swingers town. It's this weird small town that's like in the middle of nowhere, but it's like a big town.
It's
and
not
it's
really in the middle of nowhere. It's like 5 minutes away from here.
Yeah, but it's like it was farmland until they put this random ass town there. And you go there and you're like, wow, this reminds me of the Truman Show. Well, that's because Seaside, which is where they shot the Truman Show at, the person who designed Seaside also designed Newtown.
Is that real?
Swear to God, that is 100% real. The person who
That's
designed
crazy.
is the same person. That's why it feels like you're in a simulation when you go there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really weird, but it makes
Go
sense.
watch our
Truman Show.
Go watch our Truman Show episode.
Go watch our what? I'm sorry.
our
You got it.
our episode on Drib where we kayaked there.
Oh yeah, we did. We just watched
canoed
that
there.
recently.
We canoed in their pond.
Sean and I watched it recently after our workout, and we were actually like laughing at some of it.
Yeah.
And I forgot that you were like sprinting with the camera in people's backyards.
Yeah. I was going
chasing
through,
birds.
Uh-huh.
What a
The
time.
blast.
Well, let's move on because I got something special for us, Gavin. Really excited about this, and I'm gonna kick it off like this.
Look what I found. 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 Look what I found.
Look what I found. A segment I do every once in a while where I find something and I show it to Gavin and to you, the audience. And boy, oh boy, do I got a special one. I got a special one this week that we're already gonna be going over time, but whatever. Because we gotta take our time with this, Gavin. Because I'm very excited about this. This is something I found that I was like, there's no way that people don't know about this. And guess what? They don't. I'm not saying I'm the first one to find this because there's obviously a small group of fans of this person.
Very closely following the situation.
Yeah, even though this seems like the situation is over. So I've found something that isn't happening anymore.
More to go.
We don't know. So it's a little person, and we're gonna bring him out. It's Paul Rubens, his corpse. Rest in peace. It's a person who goes by the name the Shit King.
Okay.
And I'm going to give a little disclaimer here because I think it's necessary to say this just for people who maybe are just coming to this and don't know who we are or anything like that and don't know our kind of humor. And, I think it's just important to say something like this, just for the future of people who are looking back on this or, I just think this is important to say.
You exist the context in which you live. And
Yeah.
all that is around you.
Right. No. This before we watch any of these clips, because we're gonna watch some stuff, so definitely tune into the video episode. My God, what is going on right now?
I love these fruit snacks.
During the podcast, one was okay, but now we've had 3
They're
during
so
the
good.
episode.
I can't stop thinking about them.
Well, I mean, I guess it's okay because now I'm talking, but once we watch these clips, I think you'll very quickly see that maybe this person isn't quite all there. And I don't know if I don't think they're mentally disabled. I would say maybe developmentally disabled. Or maybe they're not. I don't know. I just think that they're not all there. And I want us to say that now and say that we recognize that, to say that we're not watching this to make fun of this person. We're not making fun of this person in any way. We are simply, they're being funny. We're laughing at them being funny. We're observing them being funny. This person is trying to be funny.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I don't want it to be like we're making fun of someone trying to live their life. No, this person is trying to be funny and they are being funny.
I've seen the opposite where I've seen people not trying to be funny and I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, that happens too. And like a lot of that stuff we kind of just keep to ourselves because it might feel inappropriate to watch that and talk about that.
Yeah, there's some really crazy things I've seen on TikTok.
But also like there's just a lot of people who are like watching mentally or developmentally disabled people and laughing at them and making fun of them. And I don't think that's cool at all. And that's not something we're going to do or promote. So I just want that to be obvious here right now that we are not making fun of this person. We're laughing at them for being funny and how insane and crazy and ridiculous this whole world that this person has developed into them and calling themselves the shit king. So I just want to give that disclaimer.
Maybe we'll soon find out why.
You will. I just want to give that disclaimer just for anybody thinking that. So get your head out of your ass. We're not making fun of this person. We're merely just laughing at them being funny. So
they're making jokes.
Let's start this off with this. So let's just show you why this person is called the shit king.
Boy.
Just so you get a frame of reference before we go into anything else.
Did you find him through YouTube?
Back on the toilet.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my God.
Hold on. I actually found him through Instagram. Okay. So let me give a shout out first before we watch this. There's this YouTube account and also Instagram account called All Hail the Shit King.
Okay.
This person is posting re-uploads of his stuff because all of his stuff has been deleted.
Oh, really?
Like he hasn't posted anything in like 2 years or something like that. And it's all been deleted. So this guy has been like archiving it and reposting it for little to no views. Like max ain't out at like between like 90 to 200 views. This one did get a little bit of some views.
From 7 years ago.
7 years ago. So this is why they call him the shit king.
Back on the toilet. Oh yeah, I'm taking a big shit. Oh, that fucking shit just comes out of your ass, man. Hell yeah. It actually feels good to take a dump. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta let that shit come out. Oh. This is the best shitting video ever I'm making right now. Oh man, it felt good to come out of my ass. Oh, come on, shit, come out of my ass. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm shitting again. The shit just comes out of your ass and it says, "Hi, I'm a piece of shit. I'm gonna come out of your ass." Oh yeah, that's me. I am on the toilet, man. I am taking a shit.
So that's all the music and stuff is added by this All Hail the Shit King person because this guy, Mark Wilson, shout out, who is the shit king, got that name because he would take videos of him taking a dump. And the first one I saw was him in Walmart. I forgot to get the clip and pull it up in time, but it was him at Walmart being like, "I'm at Walmart and taking a shit." Oh yeah. He just does. That's all he does. He's like, I'm here.
I think I'm
taking
seen clips
shit.
of this before, but it's so
you might have.
It's so like out of context. I'm like,
right.
Surely there's more here, but I just don't care to look.
It wouldn't surprise me at all if you've seen a clip on like a cringe account on Instagram posting a clip of him being like, "I'm here and I'm taking a shit," and him like he'll do these like a full video is like 5 minutes of him talking about taking a shit and just like he's just saying, he says the same thing every time. It's like, "I'm here, I'm taking a shit," and then he goes, "Oh yeah, that feels good. Oh, it feels good to take a shit." He just says like he repeats the same things over and over again. So that's why he got his name. And like I said, shout out to All Hail the Shit King for doing this. A lot of everything that we will see is directly from All Hail the Shit King. So a lot of it will have like added music and added effects, which obviously makes it way funnier. It's like super cuts of things. Very Vic Berger-esque too. Like in a really funny way. I'm like, wow, this person's doing like amazing work. And like, again, like 344 subscribers. And this is like the only content you can find out there. And I look too, because I searched this up. I'm like, there has to be someone posting about this.
Right.
And
it can't just be this guy.
The only thing I could find of it being in like pop culture was on r/your mom's house, which I believe that is Tom Segura and his wife's podcast. I forgot to check this too. Your mom's house. Yeah, and it's also a network, but it's Tom Segura and I believe his wife. I could be getting that wrong. I'm sorry, but it's Tom Segura's podcast, and it was on r/your mom's house from 4 years ago, and it was a link to one of All Hail the Shit King's videos. The post had 4 upvotes on it, so like nobody. I just found it because it was like Google search terms, so nobody has like discovered this guy, which is like so crazy to me. Don't click on anything because I don't want you to see anything. But yeah, I mean, search it out. You will like literally, it'll be, yeah. That's not. That's the yeah.
Your mom's house podcast. Your mom's house podcast right there.
Or 3 upvotes. I think I said 3 upvotes on the post. Like
Yeah, 3.
Like yeah. And I don't even know why. I don't know if somehow they watched a clip like 4 years ago or whatever. I'm not sure. But this seems like, I think back to like, well, I'll save that for later. But so that is like how he got his name. But then
Hello again.
you're good.
That's more.
Yeah, don't click on anything because it's gonna ruin some stuff. But then at some point, I think around the pandemic, because a lot of these things he talks about, one of the things is he like gets really mad at people saying that he got sick with the coronavirus, even though he didn't. He gets mad about that a few times. I don't know if there's any clips of it, but it seems like during COVID, he realized that he can stream from his PlayStation. So you have like a PlayStation camera.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's streaming to YouTube. I don't know where it's streamed to, but he's streaming from his PlayStation. I know that for sure. And he started the Mark Wilson Show, which was a show about him doing his thing. So All Hail the Shit King has not only been archiving these posts of him taking a dump, but he's been archiving his show, his streams. So this one is from multiple Christmas episodes that All Hail the Shit King did a supercut of his Christmas episodes. So this is from his show, and I have to stop it at a certain point because he does say a bad he does say a bad word.
Farting round a Christmas tree, farting round a Christmas tree, yeah.
Santa Claus can do his business, like drop a load on everybody's tree, like hey everybody, I'm Santa Claus. I take a dump on someone's tree.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shove the Christmas tree up Santa Claus's ass. How's that? I bet Santa Claus is taking a dump right now, as we speak. Trying to bring the holiday cheer, man. Ho, ho, ho! Merry frickin' Christmas! I took a dump on the floor the other day, oh yeah! I can just see Santa Claus just taking a dump on the floor. Hey, Santa Claus might have had diarrhea. Yeah, Christmas is all about farting, you know? Rudolph, Prancer, and all those.
Okay, that's right. I gotta pause it. So he talks about shit a lot too.
Yeah, it's his.
He likes to talk about it.
It's his special little thing.
It's his little thing, and he talks about it a lot.
Like a lot.
This one is he talking about. This is another clip from his show, where he's talking about fucking a chicken. I don't know why, but that's what he was thinking about.
Chickens, man. Chickens. Anybody love chickens, man? Yeah, fuck a chicken, bro. Fuck that goddamn chicken, man. Fuck it. Fucking chickens, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, man. This is fucking funny, man. Yeah. You like to fucking masturbate on chickens, man. Yeah. You like fucking chicken, don't you? Yes, I do like fucking chickens. Oh, yeah. I like the fucking chicken once in a while. Oh, yeah. Fucking chicken, man. Hell yeah.
Is this repeated at all? Is this looped?
Nope. This is the same. This clip is not edited at all. Besides the chicken thing.
Fucking chicken, man. Hell yeah. Fucking chicken. Yeah, fucking chicken, man.
Me too, Mark.
I think I'm fucked up, man. Yeah. It's fucking chicken day, man. Hell yeah. Fucking chicken, man. Hell yeah. Fucking goddamn chicken, man. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you wanna fuck chickens, man? Go ahead and fucking chicken. I don't care. Fucking goddamn chicken, man. I don't give a fuck, man. It's like a... You got fuck chickens, for Christ's sake. Oh, yeah.
You got
What's your name? I'm the chicken fucker. Hell yeah. The chicken
You gotta
fucker.
fuck a chicken every once in a while. So that's Mark. That's his where he's talking about fucking a chicken. What is this one? Oh, this is his. This is one of his co-hosts.
Okay.
This is Amber.
Okay.
I don't think this is where we get introduced to Amber, but this is one of his co-hosts.
Oh boy.
Let the show begin. Ain't that right, Amber?
I can't wait!
Oh, it's gonna be a wild show tonight. It's gonna be wild. That's what I'm gonna be, man. I'm starting the show right now. Oh yeah, we're gonna be wild tonight, man. We're gonna be wild. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right now I'm drinking a Diet Free caffeine Pepsi. I need something more energy to get my rating going, man. Oh yeah. What do you think, Amber? Should the show go on forever? Oh yeah. Let's keep on going, man. I love you, man. You're awesome. Oh yeah.
So that's Amber. That's his one of his blow up dolls.
One of?
One of.
Okay.
That's a co-host.
Good.
But we love Amber. And then I found out he's actually woke. I know. I couldn't believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys, we have a new elected president for the United States of America. Joe Biden has been elected the 46th president of the United States of America. I mean, he won. I mean, he had more votes than everybody else. I don't really care about Donald Trump. Wherever you're going, I hope you enjoy your day in prison. That's probably where you're going to go. I mean...
So he's going to go to prison.
Wow.
He's woke. And lastly, he's really interested in 9/11 for some reason. Not in like a bad way. He's just like, I don't know. He just like talks about it a lot. Like how it was a really like crazy day.
It was a big deal for him.
Yeah.
He was high. 9/11 Memorial Day, man. What do you think of this? This is a 9/11 memorial bike. Guys, have respect, okay? This is not kid stuff, guys. This is actual history, okay? About September 11, 2001. They have a larger size. This is just a little smaller size. think of all the people who lost their lives on September 11. Okay, guys, here we go.
But that's his 9/11 memorial motorcycle.
Think about all the people that lost their lives on 9/11.
It's an important piece of history. The motorcycle. But yeah, that's Mark Wilson, the shit king.
I gotta look up this 9/11 motorcycle.
You gotta see if you can get the bigger one. Apparently there's a bigger size. But yeah, man, shout out All Hail the Shit King. I've been loving watching this. It's so weird and funny and just like it's just fun to watch like people live their lives and see how they do it in a way. And that's what I love about it. It's like, it feels like you're watching something you're not supposed to.
Yeah, that was very much, I felt like I was watching a stream inside his house.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's just a stream inside his house. But he seems to live with his mom. His mom has shown up in a video before. And there's one video where he starts the stream and he's like, welcome to the show. And then he's like, oh shit, my mom came home early. I gotta go, guys. It was just like, yeah, it's great. It's just like, he's just living his life.
I can't
has
find
a job too. I don't know where he's working, but he's talking about he has a job. I watched a video last night where he talked about he worked at Pizza Hut as a dishwasher, like my dad did, and got fired. Didn't specify
This is the
why.
motorcycle right here.
That's
the
it, dude.
Toy Heaven 1/6 scale Orange County Choppers, New York Fire Department 9/11.
That's a piece of history right there.
That's
Yeah.
a piece of history right there.
But yeah, shout out to All Hail the Shit King. Those videos are so funny. Go watch them if you enjoyed that, and if you didn't, you don't have to.
Do you want me to post a link to this motorcycle?
Nah, it's probably all right.
You sure?
Post it where?
No, I mean, like, so you can put a picture of it.
We just saw him. He had it. We just saw the piece of history, Gavin.
Wow.
How dare you disrespect that history?
No, you're right.
But anyways, shout out Mark Wilson. Shout out. But yeah, so he was doing that show, and then like the All Hail the Shit King YouTube channel, I don't think has posted anything in like a year or two. Yeah, in 1 year. But it seems like, from what I've been reading in the comments, because people are like, does anybody know what happened? Like, where did he go? Is he posting somewhere? And it seems like he just stopped doing it a few years ago and then like deleted all of his stuff for some reason. Probably for piece of shit people who were actually making fun of him.
Yeah, like harassing him about it.
Yeah. Because he, in one of the clips that we kind of saw a piece of, was people were like, somehow got his home phone number and were calling his home phone, and he was like getting upset about it. Obviously. So I wonder if that was around the time where he was like, I'm out of here. Which I get. I mean, shit, if you're getting harassed at home, that's not fucking cool at all. But we love him. We love Mark Wilson. Come make your big return.
We love Mark Wilson.
We need more. We need more of the Shit King. We love the people. Love the Shit King. We're big fans of him.
Big fans of the Shit King.
Melania, she loves the Shit King. She likes to take a dump at Walmart and take videos of it and send it to me. Very fun, very
Yeah,
nasty.
I've definitely seen videos where it's like a compilation of MLB The Show Perfect Perfects, where it's like if you hit like a perfectly aim it up and perfectly time it, you get a home run basically.
Okay.
And they see a pitch and then they hit the crack of the bat and then it cuts to like a horrible weird cringe video.
Okay.
And then it's like him where he's like, oh, this is a big one or something like that, and then it plays the rest of the clip.
Talking about taking a shit.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
And then it cuts back to the MLB The Show clip and then it
Yeah.
finishes a home run.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, love them.
This came on your Instagram.
Yeah, just a clip. The clip of him at Walmart came up, and then I was, decided to dive in, and I was like, "What did I just discover?"
It's so odd that there's literally just that one channel for that, though.
Yeah, just posting like re-uploads of like supercuts of it. But dude, I was when I first watched that Christmas one, I was crying, laughing because he just kept talking about Santa. And it goes on even longer. I'm not gonna make anybody sit through all of that, but he keeps talking about Santa taking a shit and taking a dump on the elves and stuff. It's great. I love it. Let's move on though. Let's wrap this episode up because we got to get out of here with our What You Listening To segment, where we recommend a song, album, or artist to each other and to the audience of what we've been listening to the past week. Gavin, do you know what you're listening to, or do you need me to go
No, I
first?
do not know what I'm listening to, man.
I can go
It's
first.
been a long week for me.
I actually already know what I'm listening to, so I'm going to do that right now. This week, when did this come out? This came out on Saturday? Maybe Friday. Well, I guess maybe Friday night. But a band that I love, I've talked about for a while now. Actually, I think maybe even one of the first What You Listening To recommendations was this band.
Shit.
Which is,
Okay, cool.
excuse me, the band See You Space Cowboy just released a new album this past week. And I've listened to it a few times. And I love See You Space Cowboy. Huge fan of them. One of my favorite bands currently, and maybe of all time. I don't know. They haven't been around for that long, but definitely currently hardcore, metalcore, mathcore, whatever core you want to add to it, band.
Everything core.
I just like them because they have a different sound and a different approach to the core musics. And this album is definitely different. They're very like inspired by, the late 90s, early 2000s, like emo, screamo, hard or like mathcore type bands. Like At the Drive-In. They are big fans of At the Drive-In. Not even joking. And this album is their least heavy album. And it's very different. It's just kind of more slow and melodic. And I wouldn't say it's a departure from anything they've done. It's just more they've like completely leaned into like their different sound. This like kind of older, like they've been up until now, they've been doing like hardcore metalcore songs, but they're like adding a certain pizzazz to it, their own touch to it, which I love. But this one's like, let's just fully lean into that and do that. So there's not too many heavy songs on here. I mean, most of them do have screaming in some sort of way. But it's different. It's not my favorite thing, but I always appreciate experimentation, and I love that they're just doing what they want to do. And I think that's cool. And I think this could be an album that later on I'm like, man, that like this album's great. Like, I don't know why I didn't think it was that great when it first came out.
When did this come out?
Last week, I think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Just to shout out a few songs. One of the singles is actually probably my favorite song, which is, I think it's this song, but I don't know. Okay, so one of my favorite songs is To the Dance Floor for Shelter, which features Courtney LaPlante of, I think it's LaPlante, maybe it's LaPlante, I don't know, from Spirit Box, which is, I think she's one of if not the best metal vocalists, female metal vocalist of all time. I mean, she's amazing, and that band is great. Spirit Box is great, and it was awesome that they could get her on this, and it's just a great song. Another one that's cool, Another one that's like weird, but it's starting to grow on me is called Lubricant Like Kerosene, which features Kim Dracula. I have no idea who that is, but they have a really cool sounding voice. Kind of, if anybody knows Typo Negative, older band, Peter Steele kind of sound. But yeah,
I heard a Typo Negative song the other day. I don't know. I think it was someone was playing it while they were like lifting weights or something like that, and I was like, this is crazy.
It's weird. It's weird, but I love it. It's so like, I don't know. It just makes me think of Halloween every time I hear it.
Yeah, it's melancholic, very dark.
Yeah, very dark. Very, very dark. But yeah, that's what I'm listening to. I don't even see the name of the album. It's called Coup de Grace or
Coup de Grace.
Coup de Grace. Yeah, good album. Very, very interesting. Definitely a fun listen.
I feel like I've maybe recommended this a while ago, but
that's whatever.
It was been a long time if I haven't posted already. But it's Skip Tracing by Mild High Club. Maybe you recognize the album cover, but
yeah, that's not ringing any bells of something you've recommended before, to be honest.
This is this was something that was like a TikTok trend a long time ago. This is like whenever TikTok first became a thing. But this album is such a great listen. It's only 30 minutes long. It's 11 songs. It's super short. It's very nice. Very chill, very nice, kind of like bedroom pop, kind of synth pop kind of vibes to it. I always go back to it, especially whenever it's just like something it's an instant chill out album for me that I just immediately listen to it. And I immediately listen to it and I'm like, wow, this is just like such a good album. I always forget that I listen to it a lot. But especially like probably around 2018, like when I first started college, it was like a big song. The big song was Homage by Mild High Club, which is the second song of the track, but second track on the album.
There you go.
But the whole thing is just a fantastic coup de grace.
Coup de grace. Well, cool, man. Well, I know we got to get out of here. You got to catch that flight.
Yeah.
So I'll just yeah. All right. Well, shit, I didn't know he was gonna leave already. He's got to go. I guess he's gone. Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening this week. We'll be back next week with another great episode. Oh, there goes the music, and he usually plays it again. Oh, he's gone. He said I know he had to go. He had a hard out. So yeah, we'll catch you guys next week with another great show. See ya.